turned it like over to a different screen. But
All right, wicked.
we're back now. We're ready to go. Sam
Re-energized.
we're re-energized. Sam has had his dinner.
So I had a steak stir fry. Do you know what a stir fry is?
I mean, it sounds like you probably put it in a frying pan with some vegetables and stuff.
Yeah, it's like vegetables and noodles and steak. It was awesome.
You know what? Do you know what I had while you were having that?
What'd you have?
I had a bowl of Cheerios.
Nice.
Yeah, equally as good.
Yeah, good nutrition.
Yep.
What milk did you have?
Just like normal skim milk.
Skimmed. All right,
Yeah.
good choice.
Thank you.
Gotta watch that weight.
Yep. Can't be too careful when it comes to.
Don't Americans usually drink like full fat milk?
I don't know. I think most Americans would rather drink like Coca-Cola instead of
Coca-Cola
any
and
sort of
Cheerios.
milk.
That
would be disgusting. That would be so disgusting. Can you imagine just putting your Cheerios in Coca-Cola?
Some people put water on their cereal.
That would be disgusting as well.
Yeah, exactly. Why would you do that to yourself?
It would be just.
So Lucas is the treaty player, right?
He's a treaty pro. So a little bit of a preface here. Lucas is a treaty player. In the Big Treaty Cup, he got second place. He played against Dictator, who's I think fairly well known as like the best treaty player of them all, and lost to Dictator. But I mean, certainly like getting second place in any tournament means that you're probably pretty good at what you do. So.
Yeah.
Treaty player versus Mr. Bramboy, who I think is fairly well known in the community.
Best troll in the community.
Yeah, he's a pretty good troll. But here we go. The map.
Oh, wow, I had the stream on. The stream was so loud when it was.
Oh, really? Yeah. All right. So game number 1 between these two players. Best of 3 once again, round of 128. Winner moves on to the round of 64. Mr. Bramboy versus Lucas. Mr. Bramboy will be piloting the Indian civilization, and his opponent Lucas will be playing the Chinese civilization. The first map is Yukon, of course, and I like the civs that the players selected here, just due to the fact that both of these civilizations have an extra scout, have some way to, and not just an extra scout, but an extra fighting scout. So they have an extra way to help try and capture some of these treasures that are present on this map. But quickly introducing the players, spawning the upper right side of the map, playing the Chinese civilization is Lucas _L99, and his opponent, spawning in the bottom left side of the map in the green color, playing the Indian civilization, is Mr. Bramboy. Like I mentioned, both of these civs do have an extra fighting scout, and we'll see whether or not that ends up taking any sort of precedence in this map.
Just checking the hunts. Do you think the hunts are fair?
Let me take a look. I've got my... well...
I mean, his bison, his second hunt is quite far away.
It's
and
far
he doesn't
away.
Really... Is that a restart?
Has this map been balanced at all?
Yeah, apparently it has.
I mean, it's not horrible.
No, I mean, if he herds that fairly, like, it is walking towards his TC as well. So, and he does have a big starting hunt.
Yeah, I think it's okay for the time being. I mean, he's got this. Yeah. He's got this.
And he's got very good gold mines as well. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah, the other thing, like, this is almost maybe more problematic, right? Like, he's literally has that second coin mine. I wonder if he'll actually scout that second coin mine, because like,
I mean, he's got a good one here as well. It's good. Yeah. Both of them have good mines.
But do you think he'll scout this coin mine? Because this is an area that I would see how that's been scouted. And there's nothing back there. Right?
I'm pretty sure when he hits age 2, it will come up. I think his line of sight of his TC.
It'll be very close. Because it's like...
Yeah, I think it will. It definitely will. When he hits age up, he gets more line of sight and he'll see that.
All right. Well, I think we'll let it roll for the time being. I mean, he sees his second hunt out there. He's starting to herd it nice and early here as well. And as you mentioned, it has started to wander its way back closer to his town center as well. So
yeah, it did. It was further away to start. Yeah, that'll be fine. He'll get that under his TC, no problem.
So taking a look at the treasures. Mr. Bramboy has picked up 150 food treasure. Lucas has picked up a 40 wood treasure, which is the starting wood treasure in base, surrounded by the one polar bear. So only really that one big treasure going over to Mr. Bramboy at this point in the game that has been discovered here on the top side of the map. Anything else big worth noting? There's 100 wood treasure over here that looks like...
Yeah, we got 100 wood, we got 300 coin, a 60 wood, 150 coin.
Yeah,
there's a lot of good treasures.
Tons of really good ones.
Yeah.
All over the place. 150 coin, like you mentioned down here. Pretty decent as well. It looks like the Chinese monk for the time being, though, is playing Rover as being annoying as possible. And
how did he get away? I thought he had him in melee. Did he block him with the other one? He must have.
Maybe did.
Yeah, the other one's fairly low HP. So Mr. Bramboy is already clicking up. That's pretty quick.
Did he do it 10-10?
No, he didn't. He just switched.
He did the 14 villager thing. I've seen Nagayumi do this a lot. This is a build that he used to really favor, and so there's kind of like two trains of thought, right? When you play India, right? You can 10-10, or if you do 10-10, your economy is very poor and your age up is very fast. As we see this 100 wood treasure start to begin being taken.
Yeah, we've got a bit of contention. I wouldn't show myself yet if I were the Chinese guy.
Yeah,
although he is going to get him.
Yeah, he can start
Bramboy needs to run. Yeah, he's going to lose that one explorer though.
He can maybe stun the bear.
He got the
execute. Stun the bear. Oh.
I like that move. If he had got his disciple out of the way, he could have got the XP for himself.
Yeah.
He blocked himself.
Going back to the Wonder, though, so you can do the 10-10, which gets you up really early, but sacrifices your economy. Or you can do like the more standard, like 17-ish population age up, which will allow you to get up very slowly, but your economy will be very good. You won't miss any villager training time. Or you can kind of do this in-betweener style where you chop some wood, get up to 14 population, and then shift everything over to wood. And you do have a little bit of idle time in your town center, but you speed up your age up significantly. And it looks like that's what Mr. Bramboy has done. And
you only have to put the one villager on the Wonder.
Right.
Which, I mean, if you look, Bramboy had 4 vills on his Wonder, and they're pretty much up at the same time, so that's 3 villagers gathering the entire time he's aging.
Yeah. But Summer Palace is going to get up, and look, yeah, really nice herding here from Lucas, realizing how important it is for him to have those muskox right underneath his town center, and they're in the perfect position, wedged right behind the Summer Palace now at this point. Coin mines have been very good for him so far, and he's got that one very safe behind his base. A little bit of an unfortunate shoot away there with his muskox, but realistically...
He's getting the 100 wood as well.
You know, he's got some pretty good things going for him. So 700 coin coming down, and I don't think any surprise there. I think everyone is expecting just a straight FF out of China. Realistically, there is no other build, no other very viable build for Chinese players, to be perfectly honest. It's just what China does at this point in the state of the game, is that they just FF basically every game. And it looks like Lucas is going to continue that trend, throwing up a little bit of a wall here to try and keep his hunt as safe as he possibly can. Well, Mr. Bramboy has started ramping up the pressure. We can see his first 2 cards, Distributivism, the very standard Age 1 card, and then 5 Sepoy, going to be totaling, I believe, 12 Sepoy here, going to start working his way in. And this is going to be kind of some scary pressure to deal with. This is a fairly formidable army. But it looks like he's going to be okay. Going to be able to get his villagers back to base. Lucas is aging up, does have the resources already needed to age. The one fortunate thing about aging with the Summer Palace that is really quite nice for the Chinese player is you're almost always going to have the resources that you need to be able to get that age up in queue. And so as a result, does have his age up in queue, is going to be able to keep all of his villagers but 1 alive. It looks like a couple villagers popping into the Wonder here. And Mr. Bramboy just trying to slow down his opponent as much as possible, but not going to be able to stop the age up. The Wonder is already down, and it looks like Lucas is going to be able to get aged up there. We can see the monk trying to run a little bit of an interference, currently in cover mode.
Good cover mode.
Yeah. keeping them
Just
alive
needs to
as
not
much as
lose any
possible.
more villas. That's the crucial point here.
Yeah. One
It's
more does
one
go
more going
down.
down.
So 3.
Gonna get a fourth as well.
That's maybe a little sloppy. Here
Okay,
comes
so
H.
8 Chikanu.
How do you feel about this? I'm not sure I feel.
I don't like it personally.
It was a good
I
timing.
think, yeah, good timing. He's gonna kill all the units, but I mean, yeah, he's just gonna have no wood now, which is a big problem.
You know, the other thing that I was going to mention is I don't know how I feel about Porcelain Tower against a forward Agri Fort as well. I mean, this is a situation where I think if you age up with Confucian Academy, um, it
Yeah, I
does.
don't know. I quite like the tower personally. I think
Mm,
like a bit, like especially when he's not shipping wood. Like,
but
what would he do if
right,
he
so
didn't have any?
the thing is, if you age up with Confucian Academy, you can still just blindly ship the. You can still blindly ship 700 wood, right?
Yeah,
You don't need to send A2 canoe. Had he shipped 700 wood, he would have his 700 wood here now, and he would be able to build his structures. But now look, he's been forced to send A2 canoe just to survive. Had he known that there was 8 arquebusiers coming, he wouldn't need to have shipped those A2 canoe. He could just rest on his laurels and know that, hey, my units are going to be coming just fine. I'll be able to hold it, no problem. Instead, doesn't do that. Certainly, the economy is better with the Porcelain Tower, but I think the Confucian Academy against this particular style of aggression would just be better. Not only because it gives you the arquebusiers to help hold the pressure, but at some point you're going to get a flying crow, which is going to help you push out and help you siege down this infrastructure in the middle portion of the map as well.
yeah, that's true. So he did still ship the 700 wood, which arrived just after he aged up.
Yep, and it's going to allow him to get his structure up, but at the same time, take a look at the economic unit population. He's starting to fall slightly behind there. That doesn't also consider the fact that there is 2 wood trickles currently working, foreign logging and distributivism, both working for the Indian player as well. So
does it factor in the porcelain tower?
No, it doesn't. That's actually it's another good thing.
So
maybe
that's like 8 villages on wood.
yeah, that's true. Although he currently
Just needs
has
to be
it
careful with
unclaimed.
his villas here.
Yeah.
I would like to see another village built out there to protect those villas.
Yeah.
It's a shame. He's going to lose so many.
Yeah.
Another 4 villas going down.
And that's really something he can't afford to lose at this point.
Yeah.
It's just kind of bleeding his economy away. And I mean, he doesn't really have a great way to catch up at this point either. I mean, he's kind of just locked in his base. His hunt is starting to run out a little bit. Does get another batch of units from the Summer Palace. Should have another shipment available here soon. In fact, he should have one popping up.
Yeah, there's one on the way. So
very
should
soon.
be okay.
Hopefully it's intervention at this point. I think that's really what's going to help him. Even something like, I guess, Chang Dao would be okay. Arquebusier, anything would help him stabilize here. I think intervention is going to do that best. He does have his consulate up, is allied with the Brits, so he should have that available to him. Should he choose to send it there, they do come. Intervention, redcoats, and that's going to buy him the time he needs. It's going to force the India player back away from his base. But maybe more importantly, I mean, his hunt is still running really, really thin. He doesn't have a lot of resources. And should Mr. Bramboy switch his attention down here to the south side of the yellow base, things could start to get a little hairy for him once again.
Yeah. But now China's starting to hit their power spike now. Getting next shipment, they're going to be really strong.
Yes, they are going to be very strong military-wise, but take a look at the economic unit population.
Yeah, he lost a lot of villas unnecessarily.
Is it going to matter? Is going to be the thing.
It's definitely going to make it a lot harder for him.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Because realistically, yes, those unit power spikes are nice from the shipments, but if you don't have the follow-up, if you can't continue to bank batches of territorial army from your war academy, if you can't continue to train villagers, if you can't, I mean, he doesn't even have things like a market or any market upgrades, anything like that at this point. There's no economy in this build whatsoever for Lucas.
Yeah.
And should the next shipment fail to win him the game, like pretty much outright, there's not a ton of catch-up mechanics built into the civilization or the style that he's playing right now. There's not really going to be a great way for him to make a comeback from this kind of big hole.
This is really big, him catching all these villas down here.
Yeah. Fortunately,
there we go. There comes the army now. Yeah, and Lucas has realised, so he's reacting as well.
And it looks like we're going to have a shift of all of our attention going over there. There's actually a lot of sours, yeah.
He's going to get them all in. He's okay, and he's fine. He won't be able to siege that village down.
Yeah, there's plenty of infantry here. Looks like the villagers are going to do a little bit of a run.
There's another shipment on the way as well. So let's see. Oh, there we go. Oh no, that's just a batch of cav.
He could very well pop that up from.
Yeah, exactly. Pop out of the village, and he's even in a fine position.
Yeah. See what the next.
There's a lot of hunts down here that are up for grabs.
Yeah. Well, and to be perfectly frank, Lucas can't afford to lose this position. Here comes the 5 meteor hammers with the next shipment. Should he lose this position down here to the south side of his base, he has nowhere left to gather from. I mean, he's got this one muskox that remains from his second hunt. A lot of that hunt, unfortunately, decayed. Right? He swee-herded those a bit. Had like five or six of them dead at the same point. It was just a muskox graveyard to the left of his base for quite some time, and as a result, a lot of food decayed off of those hunts, and now he just doesn't have anywhere to gather. He really needs to be able to hold this position, and unfortunately for him, I mean, India is continuing to do what India does well. He's got a pretty good military. He's continuing to mass up. He's got both of his trickles working for him. He's allied with the Ottoman consulate, gotten the villagers out of there as well. So his economy, I mean, is just on point. 44.
He's just about to end relations as well. So going to switch over to Brit, I imagine.
And there comes camel attack as well, which is going to boost up the 13 sours and 5 zams that he has right now.
I'm just still not sure he's got enough to beat this army of China.
He doesn't
quite look at how scary that army is.
He doesn't need to beat it though. I don't think he just needs to kill it about even, right? He just needs to go even or even slightly under even. Even if he goes slightly under even, it makes it so that there's not enough army to just immediately siege down this Agra fort and end the game. His economy is in such a good position here that he just needs to trade somewhat even and then just remass, because his ability to remass is going to be much better than the Chinese players at this point. Looks like a little bit of an engagement. Stepping forward are all the camels. Chengdao caught a little bit out of position. Pretty hard for these camels to be fighting in all these trees, though. The Gurkhas are in a pretty good spot trading back. The Cav trying to get in a position where they can actually do something, ending up just taking a lot of damage. On both
they're
sides.
really dropping quick.
They're dropping very quickly. Perhaps the meteor hammers having an easier time in these trees just due to their extra little bit of range. And as you mentioned, the Chinese army looking pretty strong here, looking pretty good. The Gurkhas are trying to kite back, doing some decent damage, picking off some of the cav, but there's not a lot of anti-cav remaining, and now these meteor hammers are right up in the face of the Indian player, and perhaps it won't matter, because as I mentioned, India just needs to trade about even, and there's nothing even about this fight right now. 57 military population to 10 as a couple more sours pop out, but that was the fight that Lucas really needed. That was the fight that I think he was looking for, and now all of a sudden the stable under siege is certainly going to fall down.
Yeah, the stable's very low.
And the Agra fort is almost certainly going to fall next, and despite the fact that Mr. Bramboy has almost 20 economic unit population ahead, I don't know that's necessarily going to matter. Tiger Claws do pop out in a decent position.
He hasn't noticed either. They're cleaning up quite nicely.
They're doing pretty good.
There's still so many cats.
And there's so many redcoats as well in here as well, which are just going to punish those. 10 Arquebusiers coming as the next card for Lucas. And it looks like he's going to be able to just clean up the remaining army here, down once again to only 1 or 2 military unit population, and things are starting to look pretty grim here for our India player. The Agra fort, the barracks, everything out front here is certainly going to fall with this next little push, and now all of a sudden, if we take a look at where India has to gather resources from, I mean, he's got villagers exposed in all sides of the map.
Yeah, he's rebuilding his base over the left side. I feel like it's a little bit too late. That's
Yeah.
all. And the cav are actually running there by the looks of it.
Yeah. Look at the number of resources that that Mr. Bramboy currently has.
Yeah, he's got a lot. He just
Perhaps just a little bit of.
That's what happens with India. Their eco gets so insane that I mean, if you haven't got enough buildings to produce out of, then you can't spend those resources.
Minutemen being called to try and deal with some of these cav are going to get a couple of kills for them. Also, similarly, does get a couple redcoats coming out from the consulate as well. I mean, India still has a very strong economy and still has tons of resources, but unfortunately.
I mean, if he finds these barracks over here, that'll be the end of the game. And all the vills on coin are still going down.
Yeah, certainly going to lose those. And China still, the scary thing is, still has tons of shipments remaining. 11 Chengdao popping up there right at the end. GG called game number 1 going over to Lucas. It was looking a little sketchy for him at times, but China showing just what their FF can do.
Yep, kept cool under the pressure. I mean, he lost a few too many vills, but not enough to just not be able to win the game. Yeah. I mean, he lost about 7 villagers altogether. Let's see, about 7 vills in the first 10 minutes. I mean, it's sure that sucks, but it's not game losing, especially when you're playing the favored civ in the matchup.
Yeah. I like that you said that because I was just about to quote the one and only Mankler. I remember a game that he was playing against Fluky, and he was playing China against, I don't remember who he was playing, what the matchup was, but he was playing China, and it was at the point where like Ryan was under the firm belief that China was the top civ, and he had lost a whole bunch of villagers, and I asked him why he wasn't resigning. He said I was thinking about resigning, and then I realized I'm playing the OP civ.
Yeah.
Which is maybe the what Lucas was operating under here. I mean, take a look at his villager count. It's absolutely not impressive whatsoever, right? I mean, he at 15 and a half minutes, he barely scratches the 30 villager mark, which with any other civ, you're like, well, that's like, you've lost, right? Like, how many civs can say that they're in a good position with 30 villagers?
I'd say it's probably only German and China right now. They're the only civs that can get away with that.
Yeah, maybe Otto, right? But I mean,
yeah, that's just because they're capped at 25.
Yeah.
No one bothers getting any more than that.
I wonder how many games. I'd love to see a statistic of the number of Otto games played where more than 25 villagers have been created.
I bet it's not many.
Like total. Do you think it's more than like, I don't know, 20%? Do you think more than 20% of auto games in the history of Age of Empires 3 have had more than 25 villagers made?
Um,
I'm gonna say the answer is no.
Yeah, I'd like to know, but I doubt like a lot of games with Otto don't go over that mark of just having 25 vills.
Which is ridiculous.
Generally, if you get to the point where you need those techs, you've usually lost the game.
Yeah. Or you're so far ahead that you're like only hunting down like hidden spies in the corner of the map or something like that.
Alright, we got the next game up.
Yeah. Next map is going to be Siberia.
Siberia!
How do you feel about a Japan mirror?
I hate Japan mirrors. I know you love them.
Yep.
I don't mind watching them. I don't like playing them. Yeah. I just got a Snapchat from Chalet. From
Chalet. Vic sends me a Snapchat about 3 times a week. What is it? I hear it's something.
It was Bjorn sitting at his PC and Emil slapping the back of his head. Classic.
Classic Bjorn. Classic Swedes. Switch over to your Japan civ so we can have a true Japan mirror going on here.
Alright, okay. Got it.
There we go.
Alright.
Japan
so
mirror.
let's see who can build the most shrines.
Build the most shrines and build the most Ashigara musketeers.
I mean, it is reasonable to have a Japan mirror on this map. It's definitely their best map.
Yep.
Yeah, so I mean the meta's completely shifted from like the WCG times in Japan mirrors. It used to be all about just staying H2 and just like running around with Yorashi and being annoying.
Yep.
Now a lot of people just prefer aging up as soon as they can. It seems like you can get away with it quite nicely.
Come on, Lucas, you can do it. We believe in you. that's a Samwise 12 tactic. Just sit there.
I was trying to say, don't let the Mankel tilt get to you. But got cut off.
All right, here we go. Game number 2. Mr. Bramboy is currently down in the series. Luke is currently leading 1-0. Best of 3. Map number 2 in this best of 3 is Siberia, and we are going to be seeing a Japan mirror. Spawning in the bottom right side of the map, playing the Japanese civilization, is Lucas_L99, and his opponent, spawning in the upper left side of the map, playing in the color green, is Mr. Bramboy. Mr. Bramboy finding a nice little 40 wood treasure right off the bat. In fact, both players having a nice little
Lucas has the
wood
50
treasure.
as well.
Yeah, nice little wood treasure.
It was only a 200 wood start, so that's going to help them out quite a lot.
It's going to be actually very massive.
One thing to note is Lucas has much better berries. They're very good berry spawns.
Yeah,
Very close.
they're very close to the dawn center. Although it's more impactful in matchups where you're going to be defending. It's not as impactful. Perhaps maybe more important for Lucas here is the wonderful positioning of his silver mine behind his base as well. That's
he's got a.
Ooh.
Scouted the 110 wood.
Yeah.
So the coin mines are perfectly balanced here, and hunts don't really matter. I mean, if Bramboy was any other civ, I would say remake because his second hunt's quite far away. But because he's playing Japan, it doesn't matter. We've also got the 90 wood up here, so there's some very good treasure. 75 food here. Pretty good treasure spawns.
We'll see what ends up happening. Currently, Luke is working away on this big guy down here, which is going to be the most impactful one in the game.
Bramboy might be going for this by the looks of it, judging by how his explorers are moving.
He needs to drop down a shrine first. He can do it. Japan is one of the easier civs to take that treasure with. All civilizations can, well, all ranged civilizations can take that treasure fairly easily, but
I'd say Japan are probably the best at taking it.
Well,
mainly just because of the divine strikes.
I mean, we'll see how many divine strikes he gets here.
None.
None so far.
No cash money strikes yet.
But
here we go. Go on.
I mean,
how does divine strike work?
It's completely random, I believe.
They
have to be below a certain level, and then it's just completely random. It's like a % chance.
Oh man, he's kiting it not very well. There we go, get divines now.
Yeah,
Why doesn't he kill the stunned ones?
Yeah.
But yeah, he is going to get this.
Yeah.
Eventually.
He can just stand right there. Yeah, there you go. Just stand like right there and just let him come to you and kill him with divine strikes. That's what he needs to do. But yeah, that's
time. Lucas just picked up another 50 wood. So he's found 210 wood so far.
What happened? Oh my god! What happens if he runs in here and steals it? It would just be lights out, game over.
That would be game over.
It would probably.
Has he not seen it?
He certainly
must
sees
see it.
Yeah, he sees it. It's not going to be in time.
If he doesn't get a divine,
he needs to not get 2 divine strikes.
Oh! He got it. Good.
It would have been so brutal.
I'm actually glad Bramboy got that, because that would have probably been game over if he had stolen that.
Can you imagine starting the game with 200 food and 200 wood advantage on your opponent?
Yeah, that's pretty nuts.
But either way, ends up working out. Bramboy does pick it up. Is going to be able to drop down his Shrine Wonder and cube a bunch of villagers as a result. And Lucas, similarly, going to very soon have the resources. In fact, does have the resources required to drop down his Teshuka Shrine as well. Going to be dropping that down ASAP, and we'll see how both players transition. Both players starting to move villagers over to wood and starting to begin the journey to building shrines, as Sam mentioned at the start of the game. Let's see who can build the most shrines. Currently, Lucas 2 shrines in the lead just due to the fact that he did start with all that insane wood treasures. Already has 3 shrines up on the map. Mr. Bramboy has just built his second. So Lucas,
He's found another 50 wood up here, and he's very close to the 90. Yeah, he's going to see it now.
Thing is, he's not in a position where you can even stop to gather that 90 wood treasure.
Yeah, he needs to be building. He's got so much wood, he just got to be building shrines the whole time.
Realistically, he doesn't have time to stop and get either of those treasures. I think it's a mistake if he builds either of them, because he's got the wood income to have both of his monks building nonstop with 0 breaks at this point. So
I like these forward shrine placements.
Yeah,
good.
In fact, if he has this scouted, he should start getting getting that shrine location.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you get the wood lead in H1 as in a Japan mirror, you want to be very aggressive with your shrine placements, because you know that you're going to have more than your opponent, and you can quickly steal his hunts and make it a lot harder for him to get his shrines down, basically.
Yeah, and look at this.
Bramboy also getting a forward one over here.
Yeah. Lucas.
Yeah, idle rickshaw.
That guy's just chilling out. I thought it was a shrine at first, and then I went out to check it, and then no, it's an orchard rickshaw. I wonder if he's going to if he notices that.
Surely he will.
I hope he
eventually. I mean, he's fine for a couple of minutes on those berries, but I'm sure he'll realise that he doesn't have them.
Hey, wait a minute. I think my game is bugged. LOL. Nice job, observers. You didn't notice this nice game bug. Don't have an orchard rickshaw.
Imagine if like the Tenashi come in and just snipe
it. That's what I'm imagining. He's gonna have a bad time. I mean, he sees it with his explorer. He should make sure he doesn't attack that with his explorer, just in case. Like, okay, there it moves.
Oh, there you go. He's got it.
I was gonna say, like, he should make sure he doesn't attack that, so that because very soon he'll have like barracks is up and maybe a couple of ashes. He can just run over and snipe it.
Yeah. So you've got one rack's being dropped. So Lucas still hasn't got his second shipment arrived. That has to be coming down any second. There it is. Okay.
We have to remember Mr. Bramboy got aged up significantly faster as a result of that 205 food treasure. So
yeah, he got up 20 seconds earlier.
Yeah. So it's not too big of a surprise.
Yeah. So that was a really late age up from Lucas, 5:30.
But both sides now do have their 600 wood. In fact, Mr. Bramboy already has his 4 villagers out as well. And looks like both sides just going to be dropping down a pair of barracks as is kind of the norm with that 600 wood. And we'll see some Ashigars start to begin to be trained.
Another thing to note is Bramboy is ahead in the market upgrades as well. So, oh no, they're both even now. They both have the second hunting upgrade or the second berry gathering upgrades.
I'll be curious to see what the card progression is from here, because I mean, so this is the next shipment is kind of the churning point into what you're going to do, right? I mean, most Japan players will still always go Heavenly Colony 600 wood 4 villagers, just get a baseline economy established so that you can churn out Ashigar Musketeers, so that you can continue to fund shrines, stuff like that. But this is the next point where players have to decide, do I send 600 coin and try and immediately age up? Do I send 4 villagers and then 600 coin and take a slightly more economic point to age up? Do I do 4 villagers to actually attack and stay age 2 and just try and, brute force my way in age 2 with more ashes? And so those are the options, and we'll have to see that the next cards will be very telling as to which of those options each player is going to choose.
Yeah. And another thing to note is Lucas is 3 shrines ahead right now, so slight economical lead. And so there comes the 600 coin for Bramboy. So we've got a TP coming as well. Interesting. I don't like the Bastieros.
No,
I don't like building them in H2, and especially, I mean, if you see your opponent being aggressive, then it's fine, I would say. But when you're in kind of a stalemate, both booming, I don't really see a reason to use them, like to send them even.
Yeah.
I mean, they offer no siege potential. It's just a waste of 400 export, really.
I mean, if your opponent is in the position where he's like over here sieging your stuff, and you feel like you can trap him with the extra bestiarios, it's probably good. But in this situation, I mean, you can probably just save it and then use it for either clubs or Bushido when you get to the third
I feel like clubs are so important in this matchup.
Yeah.
Because like you can just send them off to the other side of the map and take out his shrines.
Yeah, I mean,
so both players have gone for the bestiaries. Bramboy is just clipped up as well with 8 villagers on the Wonder.
It looks like he's definitely trying to prioritize. It looks like Lucas has sent an additional 4 villagers. We can't. Sometimes I think the UI bugs. It doesn't show this the repeat shipments for the Japanese players. No.
Oh no, there it is.
Well, no, he probably.
No, that must be the. Oh wait, yeah.
He's probably sent 4 villagers, and then because he has the TP, like the 600
well, we should be able to see, right? Yeah, he's definitely sent 4 vills twice.
I mean,
he's got a 7 villager lead right now.
Yeah,
it's a big lead.
Even without the interjections calculator, he's exactly 4 villagers up. So.
Yeah. Wait. I've got. It says he's 47 to 38 on my screen.
Yeah, because you have the calculator on. Turn off the calculator, and it's like exactly 4.
Yeah, 4 vills. Yeah.
But
Bramboy getting in a little nice raid here.
Oh, yeah,
taking out 2 vills.
Going to take out 2 villagers. Lucas is gathering up.
Yeah,
his
Lucas
corn.
is really committing to age 2 here by the looks of it. He is in no position.
He really isn't to be aging. If we take a look at the military unit populations, where are we sitting right now? 41 Ashigarus to 9. This is kind of a scary point for Mr. Bramboy. Look, Ashy attack even he is 100% committed to this at this point in the game.
I like that going for the racks.
Yep.
He is going to get the disciplined Ashigaru just in time before that drops. But even so, like they're not a lot stronger than the Ashi attack upgrade.
Yep. And certainly if he shuts off all military production here, it could be a little scary. I have to assume 2 Flaming Arrows is working its way in here into the mix.
I'm not sure about this move, suiciding these Ashi.
Well, he's committed to the play at this point.
I mean, you got to commit or not commit, I guess. But this is really sloppy play. It's losing too many units.
It does get
takes out one of the flaming arrows.
Well,
if you can get the second one, he's not too. No, he's not going to go.
It's definitely not. That
was a nice volley. And that little raid that Bramboy did was actually very good. It just distracted him and stopped his vills gathering for a second.
Yeah.
That could eventually come back to win him the game. Honestly.
Look at Lucas's economy as well. It's fairly off kilter at this point in the game.
Yeah, he's got a lot of coin. Is his shrine on? Yeah, shrines were on coin. Just switched them back to food.
Yeah. The one maybe nice thing here that Lucas did do is he did kill both of the barracks. He's going to shut off military unit production for quite some time from his opponent, but I don't know that that's explicitly going to be enough now that the barracks are reestablished. The Ashigarus are starting to work their way over. He does have a nice. Oh no.
What's that? Oh dear, that's brutal.
Dear, that's brutal. If he loses,
he's going to be okay. He's okay. But he's going to lose some vills here.
Yeah, he's going to lose one of the
Build
wagons.
He's going to lose it. Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, it's really tough.
And to be honest, he didn't even need to send them yet. He still has 3,000 food on his berries. This is probably game over.
Yeah, losing more.
He's losing
villagers.
So many vills.
Yeah, this is also the point where the veteran Ashy, especially, I'd love to see the Ashy flipped over to the speed upgrade here, and this is the point where Green can just run him around in circles with a veteran Ashy. Doesn't even need to engage. Can just do stuff like send 7 villagers back at home, and just run him around with Ashies. But looks like Lucas is actually going to be able to clean this up. 2 more flaming arrows have been sent by Mr. Bramboy, and well, I mean, it's still a tough position for Lucas, but he's not maybe as far behind as I was.
I mean, he is still slightly ahead in economy, but as you said, like Bramboy's got the access to that 7 villager shipment, which will really swing it back in his favor.
It's looking tough. I mean, maybe if he can get a good flank and catch these 2 flaming arrows out, he's got a little bit of a chance. But it looks like he's just going to go for a head-on assault, and that's not going to be. Perhaps even what Lucas needs to do is he just needs to start, looking for these coin mines and realizing, in a Japan mirror, like you can look at your own coin mine and be like, well, if I'm gathering coin out here, pretty good chances my opponent is gathering coin out there as well, and it could just be a chance where, you could just swing by one of those coin mines on the side of his base and pick up quite a few villagers. For basically free. 600 coin coming in a second time for Lucas. Probably going to be able to age up here. Does have the resources. There goes the Wonder. The Golden Pavilion going to be dropping down. And it looks like he's just going to begin his age up. Now he does have, it looks like 8 villagers on that. Is going to be trying to get that up as quickly as possible. Also building a stable in the back, perhaps to be able to train a couple Yabusame when he gets.
He also has 350 exports at the moment, so he could spend that on some club. Imagine a club pop onto those flaming arrows. That could be very good.
Yeah, he certainly does not want to lose his Tsushima Shrine, but
I think he's not got much of a choice from here.
Unfortunately, all of his infrastructure is pretty exposed.
He honestly he needs to try and fight this and take out those flaming arrows.
Yeah, I mean,
otherwise he's just going to lose all of his buildings.
He's not going to get aged up in time. Is going to garrison some villagers. Hopefully he's starting to shoot on those flaming arrows with a little bit of a flank coming in.
He could be okay here. He could, if he pops Minutemen. Yeah, there we go.
Here come the Minutemen. One set of Minutemen coming.
Arrows.
Irregulars coming out. Still full HP on both of those flaming arrows, and it looks like I don't know. It's just probably not going to be enough. Here do come the sentries. The town center doing some damage as well. One of those flaming arrows taking a little bit of damage. He is aged up, does get a batch of Yumis, but I think everything is just too staggered here. The flaming arrows adding in too much value. Everything dropping down, and despite the fact that Lucas is now aged up, I don't know that it's explicitly going to matter. He does have some exports still remaining. Could train some stuff. I'm now imagine 5 clubs on top of... at
any point, those clubs could have just instantly killed those arrows.
Yeah. But
this is honestly, I think this one's over, unfortunately.
Yeah,
everything's just a little bit too late for Lucas.
Yeah.
And Bramboy's just had the 7 villagers arrive. He's now 10 villagers up on the eco count, and he has more market upgrades, so it's looking pretty rough.
Both flaming arrows are down.
Flame arrows pop, but is it enough?
It's not probably going to be enough.
It's not enough,
realistically. But he's getting off some
He's going to stabilize here, but he's just in bad shape at the moment.
Yeah, economically, he's starting to really far behind. Some of that economic damage that Bramboy did with these raids really really hurts.
I'd like to see Bramboy just try and get a few Vil kills here. I mean, those units are going to die anyway.
Yeah. Does have some reinforcements coming in. Is going to perhaps be able to continue to do some damage. Did send close combat, so his Ashy do have a little bit more attack, but is going to get pushed back. Lucas is going to stabilize, if ever so slightly. And, well, for the time being, I mean, the one thing we do have to realize is Lucas has survived both flaming arrow barrages, so he doesn't have to worry about any more artillery coming out. But as we mentioned, now he is down 10 economic unit population. Some of that is just in the shrine differential between the players. Some of it is in the fact that Mr. Bramboy has sent 7 villagers for himself. And, well, now we're into the portion of the game where it's a bit awkward defending all of your resources, and with the speed of Ashies running all over the map, this is going to be, I think, a pretty difficult hold for Lucas moving forward here.
Yeah, definitely.
A couple clubs coming in. I'd love to see the clubs earlier. I think that's an under. It seems like that's like a forgotten aspect of Japan. Some people just don't ever go
it's
off.
Just hit Lucas that he's got a load of exports. he's now researching the Bushido principles to get the 10 batch units. And another batch of flaming arrows coming out.
Yeah.
Look at all those vills.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, I think he doesn't have. I mean, because he lost one of his cherry orchards, he just doesn't have anywhere to gather from.
Yeah. I mean, he's got that one in the back, and that's nearly out as well.
Yeah. A couple Ashies moving up. Going to be able to add in some DPS here. Flaming arrows going to try and get a decent attack off. I think they get one volley off, but they do both fall. And now, well, here too comes some more reinforcements for Lucas. Bushido showing through there a little bit, gets out a nice big unit pop. It does have his Ashy attack. Unfortunately, so does Mr. Bramboy. Mr. Bramboy has both Ashy attack and close combat. So let's take a quick look at the text completed. Lucas does have Flintlock researched as well, so he does have that small upgrade advantage working for him. But no close combat is going to mean that he's still slightly behind in terms of unit HP. And Mr. Bramboy here is just going to go for a couple more build kills, and this is absolutely the right thing to do.
It's definitely the right play.
Yeah.
Yeah, just run him around, distract him, let your eco kick in even more.
Yep.
He's also sieging out a couple of shrines of his clubs.
Yep.
It's doing well.
Just getting more and more of the map back in his favor. And at this point for Lucas, what really can he do, barring some sort of miracle play with a 2 flaming arrow shipment? I don't see how he's going to ever really...
Well, he doesn't even have. He's already sent both of them as well.
These villagers, are they in line of sight? They're very close to being in line of sight of that shrine.
I don't think they are. I think they're just out. But I mean,
it
would be logical to check that mine fairly shortly anyway.
Yeah, we'll see where these Ashies go. If they go back up to the shrine to the north to siege that, or check the coin mine, I think either is a realistic and plausible place to check, and we'll see what. Okay, it looks like they're going to take a swing down here to the coin mine.
This is gonna cause the resign.
Yeah, I think this will be the GG call here. You certainly can't afford to lose this many villagers, and can't afford to not be gathering with this many villagers as well. Lucas is swinging in his army from the left side, but losing 3 villagers, a monk, and a shrine in the process is not something he's going to be happy about. If Lucas wants any chance to win this, he needs to be applying pressure to the resource locations of Mr. Bramboy. He's getting run around the map at this point, and he needs to be reciprocating some of this damage. And yeah, just more Ashy raids from Mr. Bramboy. Look at that.
There's no coming back unless he does some massive economical damage very soon.
Look at the differential in economic unit population at this point. It's 80
to 49.
Yeah, it's very, very rough. He needs to...
on top of that, Lucas is housed now as well, which is really brutal.
Yeah, it's kind of like being housed with Brits, right? If you're housed with Japan, then things probably aren't going your way.
And then you just have to start throwing down shrines on no hunts just to get the pop, and it snowballs.
It gets worse and worse and worse. Mr. Bramboy, let's take
and his coin mines just run out as well. He's got no safe coin mines left.
Yep, things are definitely looking rough here for him. Is Mr. Bramboy, he must be aging or something? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he is.
I was going to say, he hasn't done anything recently, so he must be aging. And indeed, there does come the struggle. And I think, if the getting raided and pushed off your coin mine wasn't enough to make you want to resign, I think seeing that your opponent is now a full age up and 3,200 resources and tech ahead of you, maybe that will be enough to prompt the resign. If nothing else, the unlocking of honored Ashigara musketeers and having those charged right at your coin mine, I think at that point, what's the straw that's going to break the camel's back? I think I would have resigned by now if I were Lucas.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Mankel would have, that's for sure.
Well, Ryan would have resigned
This had been out 10 minutes ago. He would have quit at the 205 food treasure.
LOL, you're so lucky.
LOL, well played.
After he's already gotten 200 wood treasures on his own. LOL, you're so lucky. Just out. But not going to be the case. Picks off the remaining clubs. I don't know. There's not much more to say about this game. Lucas is just so. If you just compare,
just waiting for the killing blow.
Compare the stats of the Ashigara Musketeers at this point: 221 HP and 37 attack for Lucas versus 297 HP and 40 attack for Mr. Bramboy. It's brutally.
Bramboy doesn't even have the attack upgrade from his pavilion.
Yeah. Well, here it comes. The
Lucas is
swarm.
dropping his wonder as well, but unfortunately it's a bit late.
Yeah, he's just a step behind. Town center going to be coming under fire here. He does have a decent mass. I mean, if you just look at the raw military unit population, it's not that far, but I mean, there goes his town center. There goes every single one of his villagers. Props to him for continuing to try, though. I mean,
yeah, it's a tournament game. You never quit. Never quit till it's over.
Especially when he's got him on match
Fight down
point.
to your last vill.
Yeah, he's got him on match point. But well. Just kill that tower, you know there's like 20 bills in there.
Yeah. I guess he just wants to clean the army out before they get honoured, since he saw the wonder.
Yeah. Certainly is going to be able to do that.
Yeah. I mean, there's not even any barracks for Lucas.
Yeah. No, there's the age up.
Oh, got up.
Got
he's
up.
gonna snipe. He's gonna snipe him with the
daimyo.
Where's Bramboy's daimyo? I think he forgot about it.
It must be like standing on like his cherries or something somewhere.
Yeah. What? Did he delete it?
There. No, it's right here. It's just chilling.
Oh, okay.
Taking
yeah,
a break.
chill.
There's the GG. And I mean, we didn't have much.
Yeah, so right there we saw the difference in, like, it was that point that we said where the builds differ. That was the changing point in the game. Just sending that coin instead of the next 4 vills, getting up a lot quicker. Yeah. It just I mean, yeah. I think that combined with the poor macro from Lucas just really swung the game. I mean, there was a point where Lucas should have been able to age up, but he had like 1,500 coin and not much food.
Yeah.
If he had macroed slightly better and been able to click up earlier, it would have been a closer game, I think. Because he did have a lot of time to... I mean, he did a lot of damage to Bramboy. He took out both of his Raxes.
Yep.
Like, he really slowed him down. If he had just been able to get himself up a bit quicker and get his own flaming arrows out, he would have been in a fine position. But just, probably just a little bit inexperienced in the Japan mirrors.
But that does bring us up to 1 game apiece, so we're going to have another game number 3. And, we'll have to see what civilizations we have for choice. I believe all civilizations are unlocked again.
Yeah, it's a free-for-all.
Yep, so both sides can choose whichever they please. And the map will be Manchuria is the side.
What would you pick on Manchuria?
Japan.
If you couldn't pick Japan.
I might just resign.
Just take the loss and take it on the chin.
Honestly, I would play. I think Lucas should just play China again. I mean, he played well. It's a good map for China. I think that's
he showed that he didn't cave under the pressure as well. Yeah. He recovered after being pressured a lot with China, so he clearly knows what he's doing with that civ.
Yep. I mean, China's good on this map. Germany obviously is really good on this map. I think some sort of a semi-FF type civ. Yeah, it's gonna be China, and I think I like that choice from him, especially after his first game. He showed his China plays pretty good.
This is a good matchup as well. Mm-hmm. German-China, very close. I'm still like undecided on who wins it. Ports, okay.
I know who I favor in this matchup.
Yeah, although you say that, Port are quite strong on this patch.
It's true, but
I mean, this is just like this is China's dream map, honestly.
Yeah.
You got all the livestock, the wood treasures. Generally, have a safe TP to take. It's the dream.
It's basically the dream for like semi-FF or straight FF civs.
I'm just gonna nip to the loo.
All right.
When this game starts, I'll let him get it going.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Don't fall in.
I need all the luck I can get. All right, I'll be right back.
Alright, good luck.
Oh, actually, I'll wait just to make sure it's not a map. This map never screws, does it?
Yeah, these maps
All right,
are
I'll be right
pretty
back.
good. Alright, so game number 3 is going to be once again between Lucas's China and Mr. Bramboy picking the Portuguese civilization this time around. Everything looks pretty good in terms of hunts and stuff, so we're going to be okay with that in that regard. Spawning in the upper right side of the map, playing the Chinese civilization in the color purple, is Lucas L99, and his opponent spawning in the bottom left side of the map in the color green, playing the Portuguese civilization. Ooh, zoot, be careful. Is Mr. Bramboy, and all the little fancy features, and we'll follow Gaspar de Vespucci around a little bit, see where he's looking to go, and it looks like he's looking to lay down a trading post here nice and early. Going to perhaps maybe put his crack shot down on that line first. No, just going to begin building his trading post, and we'll leave him to do that over there as we take a look around the rest of the map. Lucas just scouting everything out, certainly trying to get as many yaks as possible on this map is certainly something that he wants to be able to do, just because it is a map where, well, any livestock that China can get is certainly going to be helpful for him, having the ability to fatten those at his villages. Going to be pretty nice for him. We can already see 2 yaks fattening away over there, building his second village as well. And it looks like he's got a couple more yaks working back to his base as well. So picking those up, the trading post has finished, and it looks like, well, nice little 90 wood treasure here going to be begun to start by Lucas. Going to be trying to pick that up. Of course, it's not going to aid his start that much because he already has built both of his villages, but certainly can't ever say no to a 90 wood treasure, and it looks like he's going to be able to pick that up. Gaspar is working his way back down to the south of the map to pick up a couple of these yaks, so everything looking good for him here. Disciple continuing to scatter on a couple of cows here in vision that perhaps he could pick up, but we'll see. Let's take the fog off briefly and just look at where the remaining yaks are. We got 2 over here. Got 1 back here, it looks like, and we have the 1, 2 back over here as well. So a couple more yaks still do remain on the map. Currently 3 apiece, so everything pretty bang on even in that regard. But we'll see. What's Mr. Bramboy realizing? He lost 1k points. Maybe he had bet on himself in the betting event. Of course, that's being hosted and run by ESOC as well. Mr. Bramboy just continuing to do his scouting. Looks like he's going to begin working on a little 65 coin treasure, and as we begin to get up to the point where both players are aging, we'll have to see what's happening. Mr. Bramboy is opting for kind of the A's standard here. It looks like he's going to do a 10-10 build for himself, and we'll see whether or not that is going to be followed up by any sort of very aggressive pressure. Usually when A's does this kind of a build, and I mention A's because A's is the one that kind of popularized this style with Portuguese. He does it in such a way that usually he has some sort of infantry rush combined with his town center in a very forward location like this, and just is applying as much pressure as possible. We'll see whether or not that's the case here. Or whether or not he has something else in mind. I think we can almost certainly expect Lucas to be doing some sort of standard FF build here. We can see the Summer Palace going down, and likely going to begin gathering some coins so that he can get himself up to the 3rd age as soon as humanly possible. And it looks like Sam has decided to return.
Yeah, hi.
So, Mr. Bramboy, I'll catch you up. He's doing a 10-10 build. I don't see any sort of forward villager or anything just yet, and I'm curious as to whether or not he's going to, like, what he's got planned. Because
I imagine it looks like it's just going to be a straight FF.
He's got
his village distribution.
Oh, he's got a dock going down. Like,
oh, okay.
What?
Interesting.
Hey, he did send schooners, so I don't know how I feel about 10-10ing with the intentions of water building.
I don't know how I feel about that TC placement.
Yeah.
Really covers nothing other than his dark.
Yeah. Well, maybe
And
he's
I mean,
afraid of caravel shipments or something. I don't know.
yeah,
Because we all know that China's main agenda is going to be to stop the water boom.
yeah. Yeah, I
But
would have liked to have seen him try and take a bit, like somewhere up here or something.
it could be
I mean,
here.
you know that China, or there, yeah, you know China's not going to be aggressive.
Yeah. I think I'd like to see it right here on
Yep,
this
it's
coin
good,
line.
and that you can at least protect your water somewhat up
Yeah.
there. Yeah, especially with that second dock placement.
Hmm. But it looks like it's just going to be a water boom, and China. I mean, there's no question what China is doing, right? I mean, we discussed it the last time China was played. China is probably the most one-dimensional civ in Age of Empires 3. I mean, people will say, but Ottoman are one-dimensional. Like, Ottoman, you can at least do two things, right? At least you can do Jan Avis or you can straight FF.
Yeah,
But China Age 2 is just frankly bad. And realistically, the only thing that really is ever going to be viable with China, at least in the current meta, is straight FFing. And well, we can see that's online right now. 700 coin coming out for Lucas, and look at that, Mr. Bramboy is. This is going to be a pretty aggressive water boom. He's got 3 docks down, sent 700 wood, and now he's got rendering plant as well. So,
yeah.
it looks like he's just going to continue to boom away. And oh, guess who I just saw pop up on Skype? Guess who's online?
Victor Sui,
Victor Sui. Just
LA.
made my day. Made my day. Maybe we'll get a
Right.
Victor Sui interview at the end of it. Is Vic playing
Right,
in this
so
tournament?
we've got the. No, I don't think so. So China's just clicked up, and Port are in no position to be aging anytime soon.
This feels really dangerous for Portuguese to me right now. Like
Yeah,
it
just feels awkward, this build. Like doing a 10-10 doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I mean, I guess you get your wood shipments quicker to get more boats out, but it's going to really slow down your age up, surely,
Mm-hmm.
if you're committing this hard to the water.
Yeah, I mean, he's got 10 fishing boats, but I mean, realistically, it doesn't. I don't know that it's really going to help him stop the impending FF like timing push that's going to come. Right? I mean, realistically, he's got an additional 3.5, 4 minutes to prepare for 2 or 3 Chinese shipments plus a couple batches plus monk plus disciples plus 2 batches from Summer Palace. I mean, we're talking easily 40 unit population that's going to pop out here for China in the next 3.5 minutes. And right now he's got 0 military structures. He's a long, long way from being able to age up. I mean, he's 7, 8, 900 food and 600 coin away. Like, he's a long ways away from being able to age up. And he's committed 3 cards really, into doing like this water play, which sure is going to give him plenty of eco the longer the game goes, but isn't really going to explicitly aid him in holding the timing pressure that's almost certainly going to come from China. And I mean, China is up. He is sending a shipment, and things are going to get really hairy for him very, very quick.
Mm-hmm. So we've seen the second fishing upgrade as well, long lines.
Oh wow, you almost never see that.
Yeah.
Just take a look. Long lines currently being researched, and that thing's pretty expensive too. That's like 200 wood, 200 coin, I believe.
Yep.
So, not only is he investing a lot of resources into like the infrastructure, the 3 docks, the fishing ships, putting his town center in a place that really isn't going to help defend anything, but at the same time, getting all those upgrades as well. This is I don't know. I'm just very, very nervous. I mean, we can see, like, take a look at the military units that are starting to get online here. We've got a couple batches of cav, the first batch of units from the Summer Palace. There's 2 TPs that have been built here by Lucas, and that's going to translate into a ton of shipments. This is. I mean, look at the military unit population. Sure, you can take a look at the eco unit population. Say, like, look at the eco population, 49 to 29. Like, that's great for Portuguese. And although that is good, his economy is very good. He is aging up. He still is a long ways off of pulling together anything that's going to resemble an army. I mean, he's building his first military structure right now. His first stable, his first military structure is going down at 9.5 minutes into the game. Well, his opponent already has, well over 20 military units in population, and certainly, there's going to be more units. There's going to be redcoats coming out of the consulate. There's going to be all sorts of stuff. A second stable coming even.
Yeah, so he's going dual stable, which is interesting. Just going to go for the pure goons, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, he does have a lot of resources. He's low on. He needs some housing space right now.
Yeah. Well, and here comes the pressure.
Yeah.
And here's the time to do your best Bonang impersonation and jam yourself up against that water and hope that you can survive the onslaught, because take a look at what we got rolling in here. There's intervention redcoats, a couple batches of territorial army, 45 military population to 0, and this is going to be really, really tough. And I like the fact that Lucas is starting to siege down some of these structures. In fact, he could just, like you mentioned, if he started sieging down houses, it would be brutal right now for Mr. Brandboy.
Yeah, I mean, he may not. He probably doesn't realize how important it would be to take those houses out.
Yeah.
And now we're in that situation which we were in earlier, where if he does manage to hold this, he's going to have a big economical lead.
But it just depends. To produce anything. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's just. It just depends how much damage he takes.
Yeah.
There's a caravel coming out.
Why did he train that, or did he?
Yeah, he trained it. I guess he's just going to try and camp the shore and use it to attack his units.
This would be a situation where a 7-hand mortar card would be very, very good. Should China have it in deck?
I don't think he does.
Do people run that in their deck anymore?
I think I do. I don't know if other people do.
I don't know.
I mean, it's very good against the double. Like, it completely crushes 2 Falcons.
Yeah.
So it's really good to have it against like French or someone like that.
It currently is not in deck for Lucas, so he's going to have to do all of this work the old-fashioned way, just by sieging. And it looks like...
Do you have the 2 organs come out?
Yeah. It looks like it's just... We're going to end up in a situation where Mr. Brandboy is just completely dependent on defending against this shore play. And this is the situation where Lucas needs to start realizing that, okay, like he has won land. There's no doubt about that. The land fight is over. Mr. Brandboy has conceded the fact that...
But, I mean, check out the resources for Brandboy. Look how many resources he has.
Yeah.
He just really needs to get some military buildings down. He's got 2 more staples being built right now.
Realistically, maybe is even trying to get aged up. No, there he dumped a bunch of resources into units. So
let's see what's in queue. So it's going to just be more goons, I imagine. So I would like to see him drop an artillery foundry here. I mean, he's got a lot. He's going to have a lot of gold income because he's got all the whales to himself.
Look what we got here. That's a nice little addition.
So he's built them.
Yeah, he's got himself a castle built, and he's going to just start trading some hand mortars. And that certainly is exactly what he needs. The only real threat remaining is your opponent camping the shore with like town centers and frigates and caravels and stuff up against the shore. And Lucas realizes that he's won land, that there's no threat remaining on land, and that all he needs to do is just have some way to, from a significant range, punish the remaining structures and villagers and stuff up pressed against the water. And the way to do that with China at this point in the game is to have some mortars, and that's exactly what he's got. And that certainly is going to help him moving forward. Here's those creep forward, going to start to be able to siege down these town centers, siege down the docks, and really continue to ramp up the pressure here against Brandboy.
So we have got a bit of goon raiding going on here.
Going to be able to kill 1 villager. Nothing too impactful. The one other thing that I did want to point out...
5 Mamelukes just popped out.
Where do we see those bad boys at?
They're over here. With
over at the...
Somehow the organs have got over there as well.
How did they sneak their way over? They kind of ninja'd their way like through the like fog, just like blindly through the fog or something.
We've got a bit of migration going on over here as well.
Yeah. The one thing I wanted to quickly point out is on this map, there's not a ton of fish as well, right? So it's not like a map like Indochina, say, or something like that, where you've got infinite time to just like camp near the water, or Borneo, where there's just always going to be tons and tons and tons of fish.
So he is committing to the fight here.
And this fight is not going to go well. The Mamelukes, not going to be quite enough.
There's the 5 mortars from behind sniping the organs as well.
Yeah,
I think that could be game over.
Things looking pretty rough. If nothing else, I mean, there's still 5 mortars here that are just going to kill every remaining structure here as well. It's just getting worse and worse. He's aggroed a couple of smugglers here. Maybe that's best case scenario for Mr. Bramboy. He's got even some of the natives on his team. I don't think they've been seen yet. There he killed. I guess he did kill one. Now he could free the 2 iron troopers as well. But I mean, these mortars are just challenging. Yeah,
it's a very good move to go for the mortars.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes away the threat of organ guns as well.
Yeah, it removes so many threats. It removes the water threat. It removes organ gun threat. It gives you a way to.
They have a 14 multiplier against ships.
Yeah, they're ridiculous against ships. Like a frigate is just out of the question at this point for Mr. Gambler. A little bit more of a raid going on over here. Looks like they're going to be caught up and cleaned up by the meteor hammers. And, well, I don't really know what else Mr. Bramboy can do from here. He's certainly when these villagers get found out about, it's going to be lights.
I mean, to be honest, they're kind of useless as well. Like they're only gathering wood, which is not what he needs right now.
I mean, look at his resources. He's got so many resources, but just zero way to spend them.
He's had so many resources this whole game. He's just never had the buildings to spend them.
Well, and there's going to be your answer. There's nowhere for these guys to go.
They are cornered.
Go to the fishing ship. How satisfying would it be to like see 20 villagers load up in that fishing ship and then you snipe it with all your arquebusiers?
Yeah.
There they go, making a run for it. Oh.
He's bringing the warship over.
There it comes. Shoot it. Kill it. Kill it dead. Oh, here's the monster.
He's gonna get it, maybe? Maybe got it.
Oh, so satisfying. Cool. There goes 20 villagers down to their watery grave. Look at the economic unit population after that.
Now Lucas is ahead.
It's pretty satisfying. Take a look at the economic units. There are 8 villagers remaining for Mr. Bramboy.
But we've got the sour lemon been dropped, so that could be the savior.
So everything's going according to plan.
That's what he's been working his way towards, getting those mercs out.
Yeah. He does have he has 11 Highlanders in queue over there at
I'm not sure that's the best choice of unit.
Well, I mean, the unfortunate thing is you don't get a pick.
You don't have much of a choice. Yeah.
So I mean, Highlanders at least do decently well against the cavalry that do remain here. So, but I mean,
here we go. Some melee Highlanders out on the field.
Yeah. But not going to be enough, and if nothing else, it's just tipped his cap to as to where the remaining units are at here. Luke is going to be able to easily focus down most of these units. Frigate, I noticed, had arrived as well, but
Frigate is out. He's just spotted it with his cav.
Yeah, but realistically, like, what is he really defending over here anymore? I mean,
yeah, exactly. Like Lucas doesn't even need to attack the water now. Just take out his land.
Yeah.
And that's the game.
Kill this last town center.
There's no island either to camp on.
You could even go as far as I think this is the point where if I were Lucas, I would start trying to get the trading post and get an age up in so that I was in the position where I could force trade post monopoly just to put your opponent on a clock. And there we go. Mr. Bramboy, he knows that he's beat. Calls GG, and Lucas takes the match. 2 games to 1.
Well played by Lucas. Just a little bit too greedy from Mr. Bramboy.
Yeah.
Went too long without making anything.
Yep.
That's I don't know if you've seen Ryan. What Ryan's been doing recently with Port is he'll do the standard age ups, ship schooners, and just build sort of about 10 boats.
Yeah.
But still age up fairly quickly around the 8-minute mark. And then, if you are able to stabilize in Fortress, then you've got the control of the sea, and you can start investing more into it then. I think investing so much into it this early is just suicide.
Yeah, that's what he did against Lord Raphael yesterday on Hudson Bay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean that didn't work out, but that's the better way to play the water with port, I would say.
But,
on like a map like this or Hudson Bay.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go full water and camp on the water and survive.
I mean, in
on maps like that.
Ryan's defense in that game, Lord Raphael got 225
wood
and a CDB in treasures before like the 5-minute mark. So
yeah, that made me laugh. The CDB still was beautiful.
Perfectly executed.
Yeah, I was half expecting a resign when that
happened. we could only hope.
Yeah, I think that would have been even better.
That's the dream.
Just
right
GG
there.
go next. Why are you here, lol?
Why are you still in game?
Why are you here? You're so bad.
Standard Ryan. Alright, that's going to do it for this game. I'm going to head back on out. And that's going to do it for this match as well. Match taken by Lucas, advancing to the round of 64.
Oh, 2 close series as well.
Yeah, they were pretty close. And I mean that's bound to happen when you get the people who are fairly close in skill in the round of 128. I think the winner of this match has to play against Bonang or something like that. So I mean, the quality of opponent that you're going to be getting is definitely going to begin to ramp up here in a hurry in this tournament setting, and well, that's to be expected. That's what we want to see. So